question for you, babe. If it ain't love, why does it feel so good? Why does it feel so good?
Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Clash Royale episode. So, before we get things kicked off today with the part 2 of the Prince Challenge, I'd like to ask you all, are you enjoying the music so far that I've put in the videos? And if so, let me know down in the comments. And if you got any music that you want me to try out and it's not copyrighted, I repeat, not copyrighted, why don't you suggest them? I'll consider them once I listen to them, and I'll try them out if I can. So, in this match now, we're fighting Maple Shark, and he's got the bowler, so it's a good thing I placed the Goblin Hut into the next lane. Otherwise, oh my god, that has just been horrible for me. This bowler, man, it's gonna be the bane of my existence for this match, because it's just gonna wreck basically everything I have. The Prince wasn't the worst thing that I could deal with, but the bowler, man, the bowler is just gonna shred everything I throw at it. So thankfully I chose the Ewis instead of the Witch or something. I think he chose that himself, but yeah. If I had not taken that Electro Wizard there at the beginning, man, this would have been a really tough match, because I wouldn't have anything that could really withstand one bowler shot besides the archers. So I poisoned that Witch there, and he punishes me by dropping these minions up top. And he cycles back to that bowler pretty fast, because his cards are generally cheap as well. But I learned a few things here and there, and I tried to surround the bowler with those goblins. I sort of succeed, but man, just 2 bowls from the bowler and he's already ahead of me in damage again. So without hesitating here, I have to set back up shop with this Goblin Hut and just continue doing trickle damage onto that left tower there. Now he has the Prince and the Log as well as Tornado, so he has quite a few ways to kill my cheap troops. Thankfully I had Tombstone, and the Tombstone pretty much shuts down Prince, so if it wasn't for Tombstone, I'd see real hell just trying to take down that Prince all the time. And he's got, again, Tornado, which if he had just used Tornado correctly in this match like he should have, he could have done a lot better. But he only used it like once, I believe, and he didn't really use it so great, so I guess he can't really use the Tornado that well. So I'm just cycling goblins here in the back and these archers here. And look at this, I have 2 Goblin Huts down on the left lane, so that's a lot of trickle damage. And this time I hold on to the poison just so I could get some extra damage off of that bowler. Again, he's feeling on Tornado there, just panicking on defense really. Don't do that, guys. If you're gonna Tornado, you have to Tornado whatever you're pulling to your king, or at least towards some kind of splash troop at least, so that it could get wrecked really easily. And look at this. I dropped the goblins there just to distract the Prince. And while they're alive, they just let that archer do so much DPS against the Prince. It was pretty nice. Now he tries to Tornado this time, but he didn't really succeed that well, and I guess he's desperate to kill that Electro Wizard. And even after all that, the Electro Wizard still lands a shot, and look at that. That left tower just went down entirely because of Goblin Hut trickle damage. That was great, guys. We basically took the game with just goblins from Goblin Huts. That was epic. So let's get into the next match and let's see what's going on. Okay guys, we're on to match number 2, and I want you all to look at this here. I take the skeletons first just to cycle. I take the Prince, and what's gonna happen next? Look at this, guys. We get the chance to take, what? 2 princes, right? This is crazy. So we have double princes on purpose here, and what better trip to take than the Executioner there just to cover the princes in swarms. So yeah, he's dropping the good luck there, and he dropped the Hog Rider early. It's like when you send an emote to a person like wow or well played, you really expect them to respond to you half the time. So it's like a way of distracting your opponent and forcing him to want to emote. Now I didn't know he had the minion horde. I knew he had minions, but I didn't know he had the minion horde at the time, so I wasted the arrows on the Dart Goblin. Now I see he gave me 3 musketeers here, and he has fireball and lightning. My god, he's just, I don't know, he really wanted to just make trades off of me here that were positive. And look at this, he knows he can't lightning it, so he sends a fireball, and since he doesn't have a zap or like a log in rotation or anything, he's just, I don't know, he can't deal with the muskets, and he panics and drops the minions there on top of the prince and wastes his fire spirits. So look at this. While he was so busy down on the right lane with the 2 muskets and the prince, that 1 musketeer on the left, she did work. Now guys, if you're fighting something like princess or maybe a bomber, no, actually no, a bomber is a bad example, it's a horrible example really, but yeah, a princess maybe or musketeer, and you have 1 elixir skeletons, you can use the 1 elixir skeletons like I just did, and you can take out the troops pretty cheaply, and you'll just be setting yourself up for better trades, and you'll have the elixir advantage or just more elixir than your opponent to keep pushing and defending pretty well to keep the match going in your favor. Now again, I'm setting up with this executioner here, and there's not much he can do about it. So he uses minions. Again, I didn't really think about his horde, I think it was out of rotation, and I sent a balloon in just to surprise him. Now unfortunately for me guys, I was just rushing with that balloon. It was a horrible idea really, because he has a lot of air defense. But look at this now, we have 1 and 2 princes. There's nothing he can really do. He panics with a fireball there, and the princess connected a tower. I don't know what it was he dropped there, I think it was a dart goblin or something, but double princes, man, they wreck that tower, and I was just being a douche there and dropped the 2 muskets in his base to quickly take out another tower there. It's really great when you have 3 muskets or a royal giant or something. It's pretty easy to take out any second towers with the help of the troops being in the pocket there, and he fireballs the executioner there just so I can't really use him in the push. But look at this guys, the balloon is coming up there, and I arrow plus the prince's damage there, everything just goes down really well, and that's just gonna be a good game. So Walker, hope you had a good fight here, and I think you should go cool off there. So guys, let's just jump right into that 3rd fight and see what's up. Now, Miner or Rage? Of course guys, of course, you know me so long now, I'll obviously take the Miner. Goblin Barrel or Dart Goblin? This was a tough one. If I gave him the Goblin Barrel it'd be tough, but this next choice here with the Electro Wizard and Princess just made everything nice, and I had Log. Log was a good counter here for both of these pretty annoying troops. Now my opponent here has both of the princes, and honestly guys, this match right here folks, this was the first match I did for the double prince challenge, and I got up like 5 AM or something like that just to collect my chests and stuff. Yeah, I get up really early, and I was kind of groggy here so I wasn't really thinking when I was playing so well, and yeah, it was actually the first match I'd play in a while after 2v2. I hadn't done any PvP or 1v1, not even regular friendly battles, so I was kind of out of practice. But then look at this, he drops a prince right at the bridge here, and I tried to pull the prince with the bomber and the archers, but for whatever reason I can't time that prince properly, and the bomber just goes to waste. It actually happens a few times in this video, and honestly I should have sent the miner, but I was just being conservative. I wanted to use that minion horde so bad, but the ice wizard and the princess there, it was annoying to know that he just had such air defenses just to keep countering me really easily, and he had the fireball on top of that. But I got a mini P.E.K.K.A going, and I think it's time we sent him a little nasty surprise with the miner, and the princess is taken out, and the tower, not much damage really, but at least we got that goblin barrel out of the way, and we got our log now. Stand by just for more action whenever he drops his princess or another goblin barrel. So he's ready again with the prince. I try again my hardest. Look at this guys, look at where I placed the bomber, and tell me, was that prince supposed to ignore it or not? Because that really pissed me off guys. Look at this, my tower is below 800 health, and that ice wizard is not making my life any easier. We're actually below 600 HP, and I finally decided, you know what, screw it, let's use the minion horde for once and just do that minion horde minor rush. But my god, he fireballs everything away, and that, oh gosh guys, that felt really bad. I was like, yes, I finally get a push going, and it's really powerful, and it can possibly take a tower and change the tide of this match. But unfortunately, that fireball just wrecked everything, and now I'm ready to go again. We got the E-Wiz and the Miner and the Dart Goblin here, but careless me, I was not thinking. Again, it was like, I think it was like 5:15 or something in the morning, so I was not thinking enough to like change my Miner positions and stuff. I was just going with it, guys, and now I almost logged there, but I held back on it and just dropped the mini P.E.K.K.A. Now that mini P.E.K.K.A. is going, and with the E-Wiz and stuff, there's not much he can do, and the mini P.E.K.K.A. plus the Dart Goblin and the Miner at the tower, they just take it out pretty quickly as we head into overtime, and that is just gonna be game, folks. That is game. So BTG boosted, I hope you enjoy your fight, and I hope I'll never see you again, especially at 5 AM in the morning. So this last fight here, folks, it's basically gonna be a goblin match. Yep, you heard me, a goblin match. Almost everything I have in my hand for this match here is just goblins. So we have the Prince goblins, we have barrels and the ice golem and stuff. But yeah, mostly I think I just had goblins in this match, and it was pretty annoying. I think he gave me the goblin gang as well, so I'm seeing green here, folks. I am seeing green. We got lots of boogers in my side, and he has lightning. Lightning is just gonna be annoying, but it's not the most ridiculous card that I faced in the draft challenge. It's pretty handy to have, but I think poison does better in draft. Poison or fireball, sometimes tornado, and he drops a lot of stuff there, and it's gonna pay off for him. I dropped my Dart Goblin. It sorta works, but the bomber, dear god, the bomber does so much damage. There's no room for error against the bomber. If you place the bomber, it's guaranteed to kill those melee goblins and stuff. Now I can't use the princess properly because look at this. He has arrows, he has poison. I have the poison, what am I saying? He has the arrows, he has knight, he has bomber, witch, spear goblins. There's so many cheap counters that he has, so seeing that he uses arrows, I was like, hey, I have a barrel, I should probably use it and start baiting arrows like that. And it's gonna work out a little bit. We got some chip damage done, and it's time to set up the prince, and now he reveals his trump card, the graveyard. Knight and graveyard, they work well, really well. It's kind of like ice golem and graveyard, but the knight, he performs better because he actually does a lot of damage. He's got really good attack speed. The knight is a great card, guys. If you haven't tried him out, you should use him, and he can fit pretty well in a lot of decks, really. It's just that he has single target and he's medium speed, so just watch out for that, guys. So I'm baiting his arrows, but he invested in a witch, and that works out pretty well for me. And if you didn't see that one little goblin there, he was our saving grace, because he's the reason why that witch died to the poison. He kept her in there just long enough to just die out. And our friend here, Dennis, he doesn't learn his lesson. I have many counters to the graveyard there thanks to him. If he just didn't give me the goblin gang there, I'd have been much more screwed. So I just try to rush the other lane to make him split his elixir more and just not focus on the prince. And look at this, he is broke on elixir, and that tower is going down mainly to poison, but we're getting there, folks. The bomber now, he is just chugging away his bombs at the prince. Prince doesn't even get to the bomber, but as the timer comes down, he is just panicking on the fence again with the arrows for the goblin barrel, and I just get to do this now. The easiest way to take his tower, I send the princess and the ice golem. There's no way he can really kill it, and that's just gonna be a good game. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed the matches again today, and thanks for stopping by. If you have any problems with a video or suggestions or anything, let me know down in the comments, and pretty soon after my exams are finished, I'll try to implement a few new segments on this channel here. I'll try my best. No guarantees on how good they'll come out, but yeah, thanks again everyone for stopping by, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.